my video report about channel input and output. Channel input and output. Input-output channels provide for communications between the CPU and all the peripheral devices. This is accomplished by electrical cables that carry both data and control information to and from the computer and peripheral devices. Signals are transmitted and received through a cable connecting the CPU and its online devices. This cable or line provides a path for the signal to travel and called a channel. Not only signals for monitoring but also data are transmitted via channels. All channels between the CPU and the peripheral devices are designated as I/O channels. And I/O channels may be used for the data input, data output, or data input and output, depending on whether peripheral devices handles input only, output only, or both input and output. The CPU of a system that uses channel I/O typically has only one machine instruction in its repertoire for input and output. This instruction is used to pass input-output command to the specialized I/O hardware in the form of channel programs. I/O thereafter proceeds without intervention from the CPU until an event requiring notification of the operating system occurs, at which point the I/O hardware signals an interrupt to the CPU. It is not merely a medium of communication despite the name. It is a programmable device that handles all the details of I/O after being given a list of I/O operations to carry out a channel program. Each channel is support one or more controllers and or devices, but each channel program may only be directed at one of those connected devices. A channel program contains a list of commands to the channel itself and to the controller and device to which it is directed. Once the operating system has prepared a complete list of channel commands, it executes a single I/O machine instruction to initiate the channel program. The channel thereafter assumes control of the I/O operations until they are completed. Channel types. Simplex channel. Communication are in one direction only, such as radio. If a device such as terminal were to be connected to a circuit, it would only be capable of sending or receiving data, but not both. For this reason, simplex circuits are seldom used because a return path is generally needed to send acknowledgement, control information, or some type of error signals. Duplex channel simply means that within each cable connection, there are paths or lines for the transmission of data. One path is for sending and one is for receiving, similar telephones. Data transmission method. Data may be transmitted over a channel in one of two ways, in either serial mode or parallel mode. Simplex mode. Basically, one or only three wires are needed. One is to transmit the data, one is to receive the data, and one is to ground. Parallel mode. It is a little more difficult to hook up than serial. It requires all the data bits in a byte to be transmitted at one time, batch mode. So you usually have 9 or 10 wires going between the computer and the peripheral devices. Channel program. A sequence of channel command words which are executed by the I/O channel subsystem consists of one or more channel command words. The operating system signals the I/O channel subsystem to begin executing the channel program with a SSCH start subchannel instruction. The central processor is then free to proceed with non-I/O instructions until interrupted. When the channel operations are complete, the channel interrupts the central processor with an I/O interruption. In earlier models of the IBM mainframe line, the channel unit was an undefinable component, one for each channel. In modern mainframes, the channels are implemented using an independent RISC processor, the channel processor, one for all channels. Thank you for a short time.